Hello everyone, today we have a huge double unboxing from the Cubicle.us. Let's get right into it. Alright, getting into the bag, we have a white box, and then there's also a bottle of DNM37 and a clear cubicle stand. Alright, this is the fun one. Let's get into this box as well. First up, we have the container cube, the MFA, the Gann 354M, Galaxy V2 M, the WuQue Mini M. Then we have a cubicle bag. I'm not sure what's in here. And the last thing in the box is the Pandora Cube. There are so many cubes here, I don't know which one to start with. This one isn't exactly new, I'm just gonna look at this first. In the box, it comes with a set of black pieces, just in case you want to swap out one of the faces on this cube for black. I'm probably not gonna do that since I'm used to the normal Megaminx color scheme. Either way, let's do first turns. It's very sandy straight out of the box. I've tried some of these out of the box before, it feels the same. The magnets are a nice strength. The turning is very smooth, however. The corner cutting is great. There's absolutely no locking up or anything. I'm no Megaminxer by any standard, I don't think. It's like my worst event overall. But I do use the V1 stock still, so I just wanted to get something new, just to get a little refresh, and I'm hoping that maybe this Megaminx will get me a bit more into practicing Megaminx. The Galaxy V1 doesn't make me want to practice anymore, so I'm hoping if I have this nicer cube, then it'll inspire me to practice Megaminx a bit more, so I won't be so bad. Next up, we're going to look at the Pandora Cube. I've really wanted this since I saw it. It looks like a cube, right? It looks like you have this diamond face, but then it has another square in the middle of it. So just for comparison, here's your normal cube. However, this is not a cube shape mod, it's just a 3x3 shape mod. So it turns like this, and it turns really well, obviously. MoYu always makes really good shape mods. It feels weird when you're turning it because only you feel this part of the edge, which you're not used to feeling, and it feels really rounded. This is a cool shape mod. I'm gonna go ahead and scramble it. Okay, so it looks pretty cool. It looks like these pieces shouldn't be able to be separated since it looks like it could be bandaged, but no, the corners just move over top of the centerpiece, so that's really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to solve this. Alright, so that wasn't difficult at all, but the solving was pretty fun. I feel like this is just a collector's item for the most part. If you know how to solve a 3x3, I doubt this would be difficult for very many people, just because it's a pretty straightforward shape mod as far as 3x3 shape mods go. There's no shape shifting or anything, it just always stays cubic. So there's not too much to say for this Pandora Cube. Let's go ahead and look at the other MoYu shape mod, the Container Cube. Okay, so first impressions, it's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. It is a cube shape mod. This is not the cube it's based on, this is a Chi-Yi, but the MoYu is the same size, and look, this centerpiece is supposed to be this centerpiece, but the whole thing is almost as big as the whole cube face. So it's definitely a lot larger than I imagined it being. The plastic is also frosted, which is fine for me, and I believe this puzzle only comes in stickerless. The turning is pretty smooth, a bit sandy, but it's pretty cool. Look at this shape it makes when you turn it kind of 180 degrees. That's a neat shape. I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out how this solves. So it should be like a cube. Like this is the middle piece, and then you have the four type of triangles. Those are like these four pieces here, and then these four middle squares are like these with two colors on it. Like that. So it's kind of like a Fisher's cube, but imagine you fissured it all the way down to the cut here, so all you could see was this top face, and that's what you're left with here. Okay, so let's see. Oh boy, the shape shifting on this is going to get pretty insane pretty quick. I honestly, I'm struggling to find moves that I can make because I'm not sure how it turns. Well, I think that's scrambled. This is really cool looking. Okay, this is definitely going to be a lot harder than the other puzzle, I think. So I'm going to see if I can solve a bit of this. I'm not the best with cube mods, but we will see. It'll be a fun challenge. Oh gosh, I finally got this one side. That took like forever. Let's see, how on earth? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and solve this off camera because my camera is actually about to die. I don't know how to do this. Alright, so I did end up solving the container cube. It was a bit of a challenge though. Once I figured out how it turned, which pieces were which, it wasn't too difficult. I had to look at my cube and then try to figure out which piece is which, what alg I needed to do, but once I got it down, it was a pretty fun solve. Honestly, my biggest struggle was finding out how to align it to make the next turn, because the shapeshifting is pretty crazy on this puzzle, but it is a lot of fun. Alright, let's go ahead and get into this MF8. I'm so excited for this 8x8. The pieces are so small. Look at this thing. It's the same size as my 7x7 main. This is the WuQue. Look, this is my 8x8. This is the Shangshao 8x8. It's so small. Okay, that's cool. I heard like a lot of people saying it didn't turn well out of the box, but I mean, I see what they mean. It's fairly stiff, but it's really smooth at the same time too. It seems like it's on the tighter side. The tensions are actually not too tight. I probably wouldn't want to loosen them too much, but I might put in a drop of DNM 37 to break it in a bit. I have heard this puzzle gets a lot better with lube. I put 1 drop of DNM in the outer layers. So I'm gonna go ahead and scramble this. So what I'm noticing now that I'm turning all the layers, it's definitely very stiff and sluggish. However, I'm sure with a bit of break-in and lube, it'll get a lot better. I'm hoping it won't pop and explode and all that. So I'm gonna keep it on the tighter side. It is loosening up a bit with that DNM, so I'll probably put a bit in each layer. And then go ahead and solve this. Also, one thing to note is that they put the new color scheme on it, so it's this floral bright orange, the deep blue, and it's the brightest shades that they have, not the old dull ones that they used to put on. So I'm glad that they brought those nice shades over to the 8x8. I love this cube. It's so cool. It's so tiny, and granted, I haven't done a solve on it yet, but I'm super excited to have this in the collection. It looks amazing. It's so small. This is so cool. Let's do some WCA. So let's look at this WuQue Mini. Ooh, nice box. It's like magnetic here, and it's hinged on the back, so the box can't actually come apart. Alright, I'm liking the feel. I like the WuQue, it's my main 4x4, but I have always liked the size of things like the Yushin Blue a bit better, so I'm excited to feel this mini WuQue. So it's very smooth, actually. Wow. I was expecting it to be a bit more like sandy or grindy out of the box, but it's on the smoother side, so that's pretty nice. Inner layers, it's around the same speed as the outer layers. They're not too slow, so that's nice. The magnets are a nice strength. They're not actually too hard. It feels like they're a bit stronger on the inner layers than they are on the outer layers. The cube is slightly slow and slightly dry out of the box, so I might drop a bit of lube in here, maybe some silk or some DNM to speed it up a bit, and then do some break-in solves. I heard some people say they were catching issues, but so far I haven't done a solve, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna like catch or pop or anything. It feels pretty stable in my hands, and I'm not a very rough turner, so I think this is definitely going to be my new main. Alright, here we go. This is the Gann 354 M. You can hear it's rattling around inside. I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that. Alright, so let's see. Does it open from this side? I suppose so. There's the cube. Oh, that's why it's rattling. Uh-oh. So we have the cube over here, and then my box full of GES nuts has exploded in the box. So we've seen the GES nuts before in all the other Gann cubes. However, the only extra springs included in the box for this cube are blue, yellow, and purple. I feel like 54mm could be a bit too small. More like 55 might be optimal. But I'm still excited for this. Well, it's very smooth out of the box. It's fairly quiet too. One thing that I do notice right now is it's either very loose or it has really light springs. I can't quite tell what color is in there, but it looks like it might be green. Either way, I'll have to play with the settings on this cube, swap out the springs, play with the tensions, and then lube it up because it's very fast at the moment, and I feel like if I were to use this in competition, I wouldn't be able to control it and I'd be overshooting a lot. So as you can see, they do have the magnets in the little capsules here. We have the yellow ones on the edges, and then we have clear ones on the corners. And the internals are black. One thing that's interesting on this cube is that there's also a honeycomb pattern on the foot of the corner piece right there, not only the sides of it on the internals, unlike on the SM, where it's only on the piece. The cube actually doesn't feel terribly small like I imagined it would. It actually feels like it could be a good size for me. The stickerless shades are also pretty good. I've never had a WCA cube with black internals and stickerless outers like this, So that'll be a first, but I can't see it being a big distraction at all. So overall, the cube is very loose, fast, and smooth out of the box. I imagine with lube, this cube could be very plush and controllable, and I feel like it could have a potential to be my main. I know a lot of fast people have been switching to this cube. I know that Max and Leo and Dana all switched to this cube, so it definitely has a lot of potential. Alright, let's check out this guy. I believe this should be the Shadow M. Ah yes, the Pro Shop Shadow M. So my current main is the WuQue Red M from the Cubicle Labs, and I do really like it. Obviously, it's the best one I have, and it's very smooth. However, it does have some popping issues, so I'm hoping that this one will fix that. So it's definitely a lot faster out of the box than my red was, so I'm feeling like that's going to be very promising. It actually feels a bit smoother. I know it has these primary internals, so I'm not sure if those primary internals have anything to do with the increased smoothness, but it definitely feels really smooth. The magnet strength is also nice. It feels slightly varied between the layers. It feels like these layers are slightly weaker than the others. It feels like the outers actually might be a bit stronger, and I think the inners are probably the strongest. So you can do M slices on the 6x6 really easily because of those magnet strengths. It does seem a bit loose at the moment, and I'm not the best 6x6 turner, as you can see. I might end up tightening this cube a bit before I fully commit to it being my main. But out of the box, I do really like it. I think it's very promising, a very good 6x6 for sure. And of course, the Cubicle did a great job of setting us up with the right lube. So overall, I would definitely recommend the 6x6 to those of you that want to get into 6x6 a bit more. However, I do know that the Aoshi GTS M is coming out. It's on pre-order, I believe, right now, and that one might be a bit better than the Shadow. I'm not sure yet, so we'll have to see. I might get it and do a comparison, but for now, this is the best one that I have. Last thing in here, this bag, I don't know what's in it because I requested a few puzzles, and this was not one of them. Wait, this is just another 6x6, wait a minute. Is this the same thing? That's gotta be the same thing, right? This is the same cube. This is concerning, I have two shadows. So it's like this is my actual shadow and this is the Vashta Narada. Alright, flash forward a few minutes. I talked to Jules, this is just a mistake. He sent two of them by accident. In the beginning when I asked for the stuff, after he sent it out, he's like, oh no, I forgot the Shadow M. And so he sent it separately. And the separate one was the one that I opened because it was in that white bag. But then I went and looked through everything that he sent in the brown box and there actually was a Shadow M in there. Yeah, funny story. Alright, so I want to give a huge thank you to the Cubicle.us for sending me these awesome puzzles to test out. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see reviews for any of these puzzles in particular. I'm thinking I'll probably make a review for this 354M once I get around to breaking it in, and then maybe the Shadow or the WuQue Mini. I'm probably not going to revisit these shape mods just because they're really simple. Let me know in the comments below which one of these puzzles you are most excited to see a review for, and I'll do my best to make a review on at least the WCA puzzles. Once again, all these cubes are really promising. I haven't solved this 8x8 yet, but I really love the size. I'll definitely need to put in some fast lube, but I expect to break all my 8x8 PBs with this because all I have is a Shengxiao. If you'd like to buy any of these puzzles, I'll have a link for all of them down in the description below, so you can buy them all from the Cubicle.us. So that's about all I have for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.